Hi guys, now I know some of you might have tuned in to watch us hunting around Hollywood Studios, but yesterday at around 3 o'clock we saw on Facebook that Thorpe Park would be reopening Hyperia today. And obviously we were in Orlando when it originally opened and then obviously closed. So we decided to come straight in. Ben has done 2 flights today and we're determined to get in and go on it. So we booked a pre-book last night. They've since locked capacity on the park, so there's no more tickets for sale to enter Thorpe Park today. But we've come and we are going to go and check out Hyperia.
Let's do it. Woo! This feels quite exciting. Like, we're here for not Hyperia's grand opening, but it actually started, it had its grand opening the 24th of May. As you probably know, it didn't last very long because it had loads of technical difficulties, so they had to shut it sadly. But yeah, we're here today. It's the 12th of June, first day of reopening. Let's go!
Okay, Ben, on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you?
An 8 right now because I've been in work since 3 o'clock this morning.
Well, I'm a 10, just saying. I've got high expectations. Imagine queuing in all of this. Once we made it to the Hyperia Plaza, we joined the regular standby queue, and this was the first time that we'd actually joined the official queue, as we'd just been walking through the Holden Pen up till now. So as we went onto the Hyperia archway, the queue said 80 minutes, and it was 13:48 on our watch when we joined this section. We were sure to get some Haribos for snacks in the queue.
Strictly forbidden in the Hyperia queue line. Thank you.
The noise in the queue at times was so loud, and the rubbish bins definitely were ready for an empty. We've been waiting in the queue for about half an hour. We still think we've got maybe 20 minutes to go. It's moving quite fast. We haven't actually stopped for very long, which is good. It's very noisy.
row 9. Woo! I think it's the back row. Well, no, there's 10 rows, so
Yeah.
we're one away. Sorry if I look like death.
There we are. Some cool little Hyperia badges. This is more like the girls' stuff. So we have just come off of Hyperia.
Literally got like a certificate and everything. Official riders, like official theatres, I should say.
And it was so good. Like honestly, I was skeptical that, you know, would the wait be worth it? It was so worth it.
100%. Like, as I said earlier, I've been up since God knows what time, 3 o'clock. So if I look like death, that is why. But so worth it. So yeah, come and have a little ride.
Definitely, you know, the best ride in the UK in my opinion. The queue was advertised at 80 minutes and we waited 75 minutes, so not too bad.
So we are back in the car. It was a very quick visit purely because of me getting up early doing some flights and everything, but we are back and we are officially fearless. So because we were one of the first riders to ride, as Rob said at the beginning of the video, it did open on the 24th of May. It then obviously shut because of a few issues here and there. So it had its relaunch, reopening today. And being one of the first riders, we both got our very own certificate. I think it's upside down, but you get the idea.
But there was a lot of videos that Thorpe Park have sent out on like YouTube and Facebook and stuff.
Amazing.
Explaining how the queue system was going to work, blah, blah, blah. And as you can see from our footage that we collected from today, it was really well organised. There was a lot of like cattle pens and there was like a separate lane from as soon as you enter the park. Instead of going through the dome, you go around the dome and follow this structure. And there is then a holding pen, but that was all bypassed.
Luckily we didn't have to queue in that. I think when it had its official grand opening,
And this morning as well.
people, I mean the grand opening, people were saying they waited 6 hours because it had a lot of downtime. This morning when obviously I was in work, you said you looked and it's about 150, 180 minutes.
Yeah.
But we were so blessed. We literally queued 80 minutes and you know it was we, as I said, queued 80 minutes.
So once we got past the dome and we got past where that holding pen was, we followed this single lane alongside the side of Colossus, etc., and then around where Surrey is. And then ultimately you get all the way to the plaza for Hyperia where Burger King and the new toilets are that we showed you in our last video. And at that point we were told to wait for a couple of it was like a minute until we were allowed to join the actual normal queue. And at that point it was advertised at 80 minutes and it took us about 75 minutes to get on and go.
Do put on a stage show as well where they have a few dances with the wings, which basically explains the whole idea of the ride. She's a goddess, so yeah, smoke and fire effects. It was fantastic and really helped the queue move. They've also got a few shops in there as well. We picked up some Haribo and a bottle of water just to keep us going. So yeah, I think it just kept moving so good.
Yeah, and then actually in the station itself, there was obviously 2 trains, which I think is the maximum they have for this ride.
Yeah.
And the operations were really good, staff were really good, really well organised. Some little details that I really liked was as the train leaves the station, you get this like smoke that comes up from the track, which was really cool. The luggage storage on the opposite side, it like bifolds, so you can't, you know that your stuff is safe basically.
Like flip down, isn't it?
Yeah.
And automatically, rather than just like pulling it across. So very modern.
Yeah, really, really cool. The ride itself, oh my god. So as soon as you come out, I know, weird. Yeah, how do we even describe it? Like obviously from the second you leave the station, you sort of go down on the side, which
you like bank to the left.
Yeah.
And then you flip back around, and the atmosphere with the queue right next to you, everybody's, you know, so excited.
Yeah.
And then you go right up, and it goes really, really quick going up. But when you look back and you're like, wow, Colossus just looks minuscule.
And just so does Soar. Yeah, they look tiny. And like if you've been on Mako in SeaWorld, this is even taller than that. And I think when we learned that in the queue when we were doing like some...
Was it 234 feet?
This is 236. Very close, very close. 236. But yeah, it was just so good. And then the first drop, obviously the fact that you twist, I always thought was going to be maybe like a bit of a negative. I thought, oh, is that going to be a bit lame?
Yeah.
No. It was extra good for it.
And you literally only have a lap bar, so there's no over restraint or anything. This is pure air time. You just have that little lap bar, so you feel every single bit. And
very similar to Velocicoaster.
Yeah, if you've ever been to Islands of Adventure in Universal, it is exactly the same as that. Not the same. For me personally, I still prefer the Velocicoaster. However, this was amazing.
Oh yeah, Velocicoaster is a better ride.
Yeah.
But if you look at the UK parks, I mean, the amount of airtime that you get on there, the height, the speed, and even the length of it. Like, yeah, it's a short ride. All rides in the UK are fairly short. But actually, it didn't feel short.
No, not at all. And the water bit in the middle, for me personally, you did that drop going down, the twisting down, and then the huge bank over, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh god, there's more. Like you get to the middle bit and the water all sprays up, and then
there's more twists and turns.
Yeah, definitely.
Like when you look at especially the bit where you hang upside down, which is very similar to Velocicoaster. You almost look at it from the floor and you think, oh my god, that's so slow. But that's the best thing, because it's slow, you have so much time out of your seat.
Yeah,
it's just, honestly, it's fantastic. And I have to say that I think that is the best ride in the UK. Out of all the rides in the UK right now, that is my number one.
Me too. And a huge shout out to Thorpe Park, because you did a brilliant job.
Really good job.
As we said earlier, they did a video at the start sort of explaining how the queue system will work, queue jumping policies, everything like that, and everybody abided by it, and it really, really worked. So really well done. Yeah,
so we hope you've enjoyed this impromptu video. Obviously is our local park, so we do come quite a lot,
but we will be uploading our Hollywood Studios video
tomorrow,
maybe tomorrow. So
it's just delayed by 24 hours, but I think Hyperia was worth it. But yeah, we hope you've enjoyed the video. We'll be back in Thorpe Park very soon for a proper full day. We've also got more content from the other parks in the UK and in the US. So thanks for watching Vines on the Tracks.
Thanks,
See you
guys.
soon.
Bye.